Welcome everyone to the second episode of season 2 of Path of Exile. Let's see, what do we want to talk about here today? Let's not talk about anything controversial at all or discouraging. Let's talk about, let's see, politics. Yeah, look, guys. I figured that since I'm now going to be doing commentary on like a bunch of stuff, I may as well just take the time to let you guys know about my political beliefs because honestly, I'm going to be just like rambling on about who knows what, and if it slips out, it's going to be really annoying to have to explain to everybody that, this is my belief, and yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to get politics involved. No, look, guys, I'm just gonna talk about whatever I wanted to talk about, and I feel like I should just get those out there as soon as possible. Now, how would I describe my political beliefs? They're definitely left leaning. Or, okay, you know what, they are left. Yeah, let's not, sugarcoat this. It's very left, but I feel like the difference between my left and the ones you see on TV is that not only do I believe in, the social left, but I also believe in, the economic left, too. So, think, socialism. Basically, the workers have control of the means of production, stuff like that. That's what I mean by economic left. As for the social issues, you know what? Let's do this one at a time to make things easier. To just sort of differentiate between I just kind of want to differentiate myself. My left versus mainstream media left, because I feel like me and conservatives in general probably hate mainstream media about the same, if I'm perfectly honest. And the reason being is that as a socialist, I'm not all that keen on large corporations taking over basically everything. Yep, thanks Citizens United for all that stuff. Unlimited donations, which is basically bribery. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot, justice system, for making that a thing. And mainstream media is basically a giant corporation at this point. I mean, well, to be specific, it's 5 giant corporations. Whoa, totally not an oligarchy right there. So yeah, if you're wondering why why everybody talks about mainstream media and basically hates them, yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, if you guys were actually as objective as you claim you are, then a lot of people I don't think would hate you as much as they do. But that's just a thought. And the worst part is that they claim to be objective. With Fox News and everything, no matter what they say, nobody actually thinks that they're objective. Even people that watch Fox News probably don't think that it's objective. But what makes other news channels so annoying is that they actually think that they're objective. They say all the time that they're trying to be unbiased, right? And, they're totally not. I mean, they're owned by just 5 different companies. Of course, they're going to be against stuff they're going to be against stuff like workers' unions, or they're going to be against stuff they're going to be for trade deals that take our jobs to different countries because the labor is so much cheaper over there. China. Actually, no, not just China, basically everyone. Yeah, that's basically everyone. I probably shouldn't just label... Yeah, I probably shouldn't be doing what the Democrats are doing with the Russian scare and just labeling all Russians as bad. And just, doing it with the Chinese either. Yeah, it's basically most of the trade unions. Anyway, some people can probably explain that better than I can. Heck, most people could probably explain that better than I could. But yeah, but the general idea of what I think is that we shouldn't trade with other countries that have less labor laws than us. If we do, our jobs are going to go to their countries, and eventually we are going to be completely dependent on the resources of another country. A good example, and I actually heard about this from, so like I took a Russian class in college, I think last semester. It was for one of my grad requirements. It was one of the classes that I could have taken to meet that requirement. But basically, it was really interesting. So like one of our presidents, I think Jimmy Carter, actually started selling, like, importing massive amounts of like food to Russia. And oh, that looks cool. And so, hey, didn't I already do this? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, sure. But oh, I think that's something different. I mean, where was I going with it? What exactly was I talking about here? Something about, okay, trade deals. Yeah, I know that. Russia. Oh, that's right. So I was taking a Russia class. Jimmy Carter basically had this thing where he imported a bunch of food to Russia, and then when the towards like the end of the Cold War, Jimmy Carter was like, okay, you know what, we're just gonna stop importing food to your country. And I'm like, and so what my teacher basically told me was that basically just devastated Russia because they were so dependent on our food. And now we are just as much dependent on like imports from, oh, you know it, like China. A lot of our imports from there. So imagine what would happen if China all of a sudden decided, you know what, we're just not going to trade with the United States anymore. That would basically devastate our entire economy. And that's the problem with being too dependent on imports from other countries. And that is what I disagree with. Let's see. So that, I think, is pretty left-leaning. Well, you know what? Actually, I'm not really sure if that does count as completely left-leaning, because I feel like a lot of the people that consider themselves to be liberal actually like the full globalism and stuff. You know, Hillary Clinton and her like open all borders and stuff. Funny. You know what? I feel like most like when she said that, everybody was like, "Yeah, immigrants. I'm totally cool with that." But like, I'm thinking to myself, okay, you know what? If you open up all of the borders, what does that mean in terms of trade? That means no more tariffs or embargoes, which means that whichever country has like the least amount of labor laws, they are going to basically have all of the different corporations come to their country, right? And so in order to get those corporations back, we would have to lower our labor laws. And could you just imagine if our labor laws were like some of the other countries like in the world? That would, oh my god, that would just be absolutely terrible. Like, we say all the time how we should, you know, try to be more like China and stuff, but do you really want to, but like, think about it, do you actually want to live in China with their lax kind of labor laws? Like, think about that really carefully. Anyway, we did trade. What else? What other really awkward political thing could I mention? Trade is always a good one, but oh yeah, Israel. Yay! Yeah, I freaking hate Israel. Yeah, I'm just like, there's no reason for me to hide it. So I watched this thing from Telesur, and basically it was this reporter. Her name's Abby Martin, and she has this series called the Empire Files, which is really, really interesting. Like, it's just blowing my mind. And so she basically went to the Gaza Strip, and she, oh my god, like, you just have to see it to believe it. It literally this has got to be the most ironic thing, but it is basically a gigantic concentration camp. Like, there's like that's literally the simplest way to describe it. I mean, these people are not allowed to leave. They do not have nearly enough food or water, and the soldiers can basically come in and like wreck their homes pretty much anytime they want. Like, it is insane. And you can hear like in the actual video, like there's just these random gunshots coming like all the time, just like in her actual video. And I'm like, okay, first of all, I'm like, how in the world do you have the guts to go into a place like that? I mean, God, the balls on that girl. Like, I'm pretty sure she has more guts than like our entire Congress put together. Like, even though our Congress is mainly made up of old white guys, like, she has more balls than every single one of them combined. Like, that is how gutsy she is. Like, I have like mad respect for that reporter. But other than that, yeah, that's basically why. Like, these people have basically removed, Israel has essentially removed the Palestinians from the place that they've been living in for freaking years. And they did it in, like, the most brutal way ever. Like a freaking, like the Zionist creepers that they are. Creepers. Okay, as you can see, I'm trying not to get too riled up here. I'd rather just take this calmly. I'd like to calmly discuss the genocide that's happening in Israel. Yeah, calmly discuss genocide. That's what I'm going for here. So yeah, Israel, crapfest. Let's see, what else is there? Let's talk about something that differentiates me from most liberals. Let's go with feminism. Yay, that's always a fun topic to talk about. Yeah, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, at first I was like, God, America's so freaking sexist. Screw that. Yeah, Hillary Clinton all the way. Woohoo. Yeah, and then after I started doing a bit more research, I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe Hillary Clinton didn't win because America is like every single American is just a sexist, like, crap fest. No, maybe it's because Hillary Clinton is basically, like, everybody knew she was going to screw over the workers. She'd said so herself. Medicare for all is, like, unachievable. Oh yeah, I like Medicare for all, totally support that. Universal healthcare all the way. But let's move on to how crappy Hillary Clinton is. Right? So she was basically like, I saw in one of her like town halls, she basically said, I'm trying to think of the exact words, like, a universal health care is completely is like unachievable, or like some kind of fantasy, or I don't know, something like that. And like, her crowd actually cheered, like, yeah, we don't need healthcare. We can just I don't know what she was going with, but like, whatever it was, just did not appeal to me. Yeah, so just assuming that everybody is in America is just sexist for not voting Hillary Clinton. I completely disagree with that. Most people didn't vote because, again, the vote was between Hillary Clinton and Trump. I mean, any way you slice it, nobody wants to vote for those two people. So yeah, the fact that we even had to have this kind of election says quite a lot about our democratic process, doesn't it? You know, the fact that the two most hated people in the United States are now running for a democratic, or supposedly democratic, election in which, people would assume that the most popular person would win, right? Because, we're supposed to be like a democracy or whatever. Right? Yeah. Yeah. God, this is super depressing. Bernie 2020, right? 2020 is the next presidential. Yeah, Bernie 2020 all the way. Or literally anybody that is not a corporatist. Okay, like, literally, if anybody. Okay, so in the next election, I plan on voting for literally anybody that does not take corporate PAC money. Like, If you do not take money or donations from corporations, I will vote for you. At this point, I literally don't care what your political beliefs are. I mean, okay, fine, as long as you're not like a Nazi rapist who kills babies and stuff. Like, yeah, I will probably vote for you at this point. Like, I would usually probably never vote for a Republican ever, but I will suck up my pride and I will vote and then just like throw up my guts like after the election if that Republican does not take corporate tax money. Like, that is the main thing. Do not take corporate money, okay? Like, seriously. That is like a huge factor. In fact, if there's any like one single thing that has caused basically all of the problems in our like in the United States today, I would say that it is taking corporate money. The fact So yeah, basically it all boils down to whoever the judges were that did the opinion on Citizens United. You have basically screwed over our entire country. Congratulations, because now you have allowed all of these senators and representatives and stuff to essentially get massive amounts of money from large corporations who are, again, because of the fact that they are large corporations, are the only ones that can afford to actually pay these ridiculous rates, like these ridiculous amounts of money. So yeah, thanks a lot for allowing our entire democratic process to be unilaterally controlled by a bunch of corporatists. Nice job. Okay, let's see. What have I talked about now? I've talked about trade, I've talked about Israel, I've talked about... Oh, that's right, I never finished my thought about feminism before. Yeah, so I feel like the best way to describe me would be a classical feminist. Honestly, I feel like at this point, almost like most people are classical feminists. Like, you know, the whole women and men should be, women and men are created equal. They're both human beings. They should have the same rights. Honestly, simple stuff. Which apparently was not so simple back in the day. Apparently they had to really struggle for something like that. So why do I have to differentiate myself between the feminists of today? The reason is because at this point I feel like people have just gotten way too radical. At this point, and not only have they gotten too radical, I feel like they're using feminism in order to make excuses for themselves. So, like, the biggest one was Amy Schumer. I think you guys have heard of her before, a quote-unquote comedian. I'm sure she's probably funny to some people, maybe, but what I have a real problem with is the fact that she had this like Netflix series that got like ridiculously low ratings, and so what she basically said is, well, what can I say? There's a lot of people that don't like women, and I'm just like, seriously? But there's a crap ton of female comedians that do not get these kinds of low ratings on Netflix. I mean, come on, you guys, I'm sure most of you probably have a Netflix, right? Like, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Like, there are now plenty of female comedians that are actually pretty good that I suspect have gotten like really good ratings. Now, I didn't have a Netflix account when this happened, so I can't be sure, but I feel like that's a fairly good assumption. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so if every female that had a Netflix comedy show had like ridiculously low ratings, then yeah, okay, I take back what I said, but I am going on the assumption that that is probably not the case, and if that's not the case, I don't believe that sexism was the result of your low ratings, and it's just stuff like this, like, you know, the two obvious ones is Hillary Clinton blaming sexism for the reason why she lost the election. Let's see. and Amy Schumer blaming sexism on the fact that that she's getting really low ratings on her comedy thing, right? I mean, this is really, really annoying. You are making feminism so much harder to do. And let me get a portal out here because I am just like, yeah, this is too much stuff. Anyway, what else was I saying? Yeah, you are basically damaging the entire reputation of feminism every time you blame feminism for all of your weaknesses. Seriously, take some personal responsibility and just say, okay, yeah, I screwed up. Like, and look, if you're not good at comedy, freaking do something else. I mean, come on. It's not the end of the world over here, okay? I mean, you're a fairly successful person. Like, everybody knows you. You know a bunch of famous people. Like, is there not anything else you could do with your life that you're actually good at? I mean, come on. I'm sure that there is something you could be doing that you're actually good at. Okay? Like, I don't know. That's honestly just my main problem. It's just the fact that people blame sexism on everything completely diminishes all of the actual women that actually have to suffer through actual sexism. So yeah, to all of you actual sexist people who are like, yeah, Amy Schumer is the worst because like women suck, yeah, screw you too. But to the people who are like, you know what, seriously, stop calling us sexist when we have legitimate arguments, then yeah, I completely agree with you on that one. Even if you have a different political ideology than me, I actually do agree with you. So congratulations. You... Dang it, I feel like I'm agreeing way too much with conservatives. This makes me feel kind of awkward. Oh, cool. Steel cage. Yay. That looks kind of cool. Do I have to, like, fight her? Okay, bring it on, lady. Anyway... What other stuff? Okay, so I'm trying to describe all of my leftistness for all of you guys in one video to just sort of knock every— Oh, I just freed somebody! Yeah! I'm such a good person. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, I'm trying to describe all of my leftedness to you guys so that you don't get shocked by it later on. So what else can I say? What other left-leaning issues are there? Let's see, I've done Israel, I've done like the whole working class. Oh yeah, Medicare for all, right? I only touched on that, but I'm like, yeah, totally, let's just do that. Honestly, is there anybody that actually like knows about Medicare for all that like doesn't want that? I mean, at this point, I feel like you guys have just, I feel like the working class in general has just been damaged so much by like not having proper healthcare that they're just freaking fed up with all of this stuff, and I concur. Let me make a quick little portal stop here because I feel like I got a bunch of stuff. Let's see, portal scroll, yay. Yeah, I feel like people at this point are just kind of fed up. Oh no! There was a slight lag. What am I going to do now? Okay, it looks like it's gone.
Yes.
I should really pay more attention to this stuff. I have no idea what I was talking about. Oh, ew, why in the world did I bring like a normal garment like that? Okay, now leftism. Okay, let's go back to talking about political. Oh, wow. Your critical chance is lucky? Okay, so this one gives me extra speed. Oh, should I? Guys, this is so tempting. Okay, let's do this. You know what? I usually really need mana, so I'm going to keep these two veils. Oh, this looks really cool. I'm actually legitimately excited to use something that gives me more critical hits. That actually gives me more attacking power. I'm super excited. Anyway. No! Lag! the most horrible thing that has afflicted our generation. Okay, yeah, I'll probably end it off here. So, fight your way. Yeah, so giant wall. And so, yeah, that's right. I think that is... Come on. Let's just, Mana's time. Whoa! I honestly have no idea what is happening here, so, you guys will just have to tell me. There we go. A bunch of walls, so yeah, don't hate just because you can't get all of this. I'm actually having to think about this for a second. Okay, yeah, it looks like I've... Yeah! He's dead! He died. I totally killed him. Sorry, guys, I meant to, like, do other stuff, but... Oh, what? 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 Oh, right. I have this critical thing that I can keep doing, too. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, hold on. Okay, guys, I need to pay attention really quickly. What? You can friggin' teleport? That's no fair. I mean, I'm pretty OP, too, but... What? Ugh. Okay, mana. Health. And, hold on. Okay, I know that I need to do some commentary here, but this is legitimately difficult. Like, I am actually worried for once. Holy freaking crap. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. I have to watch out for these electric fields. I should really consider getting like a freaking teleporting thing or something. Okay. What else can I do? Oh yeah, I have 2. So, let's just try to add those criticals. Yeah, that's right. How is he not freaking dead yet? I'm doing like multiple things at once. Like I am pretty beastly right now. Yes! Oh my god, he's finally dead. Okay, that legitimately took a while. Like, geez, you actually made me like slow down my commentary for a second and whoa. Oh my freaking gosh. What in the world is that? Holy crap, are you guys freaking seeing this? Okay, I need to get a freaking close-up of this. Like, whoa. What in the world? That is beastly. Oh my god! Oh my god! No freaking way! What? What in the world? Did you guys see that? Like, he just like swiped his hand and massacred me. What in the world was that? I mean, I feel like I should have... Okay, it was legitimately my fault for not paying proper attention, but holy freaking crap. That is legitimately insane. Like, he just swiped me like a few times and I just well, dang. What in the world? And here this was just supposed to be an annoying commentary on how much of a leftist person I am, but god dang it, I just freaking died. I'm really not sure what to do anymore. Well, okay guys, so I have a lot of stuff to think about, and I assume you all have a lot of stuff to think about too. Maybe I'm not as invincible as I thought I was.
Fresh civilization, we need a founding point.
Yeah, yep. Okay. You know what? That's just a bunch of people talking. We can do all of that stuff later. You know what? I'll tell you guys more about my political beliefs later on. Is this a political commentary channel? No, it's not. It's a whatever the crap I feel like talking about channel, and honestly specifically whatever the crap I feel like talking about series, because I'm probably just gonna do it for this series only. I mean, I don't need a bunch of different places where I can spout out my opinions to whoever cares. So yeah, we're gonna have fun with this probably. Okay, I'm going to have fun with this. You guys just do whatever you want. Again, I'll make sure to post the topics that I'm gonna talk about, like in the title, and maybe like parentheses like I did with the first video, so You know, if ever I feel like talking about politics, all the people that want to like listen to me rant about politics can do that. If I ever want to talk about like my hobbies, like I don't know, anime. Oh yeah, I'm going to be talking about that a lot, by the way. I'll put that into the description too. If I want to talk about like a movie I've seen, I'll put that, you know, in parentheses. So that's going to be the general format of everything. I'm going to tell you what quest I did, and then I'm going to, in parentheses, tell you what I talk about in my commentary. And hopefully, I hope you guys enjoy it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And until next time, I will see you guys later.